Hello everybody, this is Unbroken Riven, and today I will show you how I play Riven. So let's get started with the builds. So if you're a beginner, if you're just starting to play Riven, I will always recommend to go for long shot with a tripod or Doran shield. The reason is when you're starting to play Riven, play her like any other champion, and you need the extra sustain in the lane. So that's why if you're a beginner, go for this. If you're advanced, you can go Doran's Blade and try to win the all lane. Now for your first back, you can grab another Doran's Blade if you don't have enough gold for anything else. If you have enough gold, 99% of the time I would suggest you get a Phage. The extra HP and the sustain is really good on Riven, and I prefer it over Iron Spike Whip. But if you are snowballing, go for the Iron Spike Whip. Now, if you are versus mage and the enemy jungler is also mage, you can go Hexdrinker. Now, the item that you will keep building every single game is gonna be Goldringer. Now, when you finish your Goldringer, you wanna buy Lucidity Boots. The reason is they are very cheap. They give you a ton of ability haste, and they give you summoner spell haste. So you can flash sooner than the enemy. You can flash more times than the enemy. But the late game, you wanna sell the Lucidity Boots and get Ninja Tabbies or Merc Trades. Now, for your second item, 80% of the time is gonna be Black Liver. The reason is because most of the time you're gonna be playing versus a bruiser or a tank, or someone in their team is gonna have AP damage and armor. So for that reason, wanna go Black Liver. Now, if the enemy team is mostly AD, they have 0 armor, you can build Death Dance. Now, if you're snowballing and you're playing into Kale, Timo, and you wanna leave your lane and move freely on the map, Ghost Blade is the best option. Now, if you wanna go spicy, and if you wanna crit someone, you can go Weston's Reaper. I prefer the Ghost Blade. Now, if you wanna wave clear, you wanna split push, you can do that by going Revenue Hydra. But again, you must be very specific matchup and you should be snowballing to get this. So I don't recommend it. Now, Cyrilda's Grats. If you're playing like, say, Mundo top lane, and the enemy jungler is Sejuani, and you're snowballing on that Mundo, you can go Cyrilda's Grats as a second item. And you're gonna destroy their health bar. Now, this is what your build is gonna look most games right before you sell the boots. It's gonna be Goldringer, Lucidity Boots, Black Liver, Terax Yates, DA, and Cyrilda's. Now, if you are playing against heavy AD, like everybody's AD, they have Yasuo mid lane, have Vayne top, or something like that, and their jungler is Graves. You wanna go for Steel Caps, you wanna go less than second item. Guardian Angel third or fourth, you might wanna go for Sterax before the. And then you wanna build Random Showman as fifth or sixth item. Now, if the enemies have a lot of CC, you obviously wanna build a QSS and Mercury. But if they have only one CC, like say for example WW, can build QSS only. But they have a ton of CC, go for Mercury. Now, if the enemy is full AP and they have like an AD carry, you should go for Sterax and Spirit Visage. But if they don't have an ADC, they have like Syndra in the bot lane and they are full AP, you should totally build those 3 items. Or Edge of Night, Spirit Visage. Now, this scenario very unlikely to happen. Imagine you're playing Riven, you are really far behind, and your team is trying to carry you, and you wanna have like a support role. Then you can build Abyssal Mask, but make sure that the enemy is mostly AP damage. Now, if you wanna get spicy with Riven, you can go for Lord Domes as a third item after your Black Liver, or go for Collector and Mercurial Scimitar if they have a lot of resistance. And obviously, these are your anti-heal options. Sometimes you wanna buy Bramble Vest if you're playing into Fiora or Irelia. It's very good. That's all about the items. Let's go into the runes. Now, for runes on Riven, this is what most room pages. This is what your room page will look most games. It's gonna be Conquer, Triumph, Alacrity, Last Stand, Transcendence, and Gathering Storm. With the ability haste, the damage, and the armor or the magic resist. The only two things that you can change in the precision tree is you can take tenacity only if they have a lot of CC and you don't want to buy Merc Breads. You can go for Coup de Grace if the enemy top laner have an execution. Say for example they have Garen or Urgot, you wanna go for Coup de Grace. Now for the second tree, on the sorcery, the two things you can take is either Nullifying Orb with Transcendence against like a Teemo, like a Kale. Sometimes you can take it versus Jax, but versus Jax I prefer to go with Transcendence and Scorch. It's a bit more damage in my opinion, and it's better versus matchups that they outscale you and you wanna beat the lane very well. Now on the resolve tree, most times you're gonna get bone plating and Silvas. And this is if you have a very hard matchup, like Irelia, Fiora, or Darius, or a Necton. You wanna take bone plating and Silvas. Now, let's say you're playing versus Nasus. Most game you will be pushing against Nasus. You might want to get Demolish. You push the lane and proc Demolish and you go back. That's the only time I would take Demolish. If the enemy is Heavy Poke, Teemo, Rise, Pain, you can take Second Wind for the laning phase and Deep Shield. If you think that you need to be more tanky for your team, you can go Overgrowth. And if you need the extra tenacity in the early game, let's say versus Garen, versus Urgot, and you need that extra tenacity in the early game, this is the way to go. I don't recommend Go Inspiration if you're new Riven player. It's only for spicy outplays. Now in this room page you can go for Magical Footwear and Cosmic Insight, or can go for Biscuit Delivery and Time Warp Tonic with long sword and 3 pots. The reason is that it gives you way more sustain than your traditional T-Shield probably. You can tease your enemy very well with the extra HP that you're gonna get from the Time Warp Tonic plus the biscuits. If you're playing like versus Irelia versus Darius or Fiora, I like to go bone plating and seal bass and double adaptive with ignite and flash. This setup is very strong and it will help your laning phase a lot. That's all about the rooms, guys. So this is Riven's combos, and obviously the most basic one is the fast Q combo. Now, how to do the fast Q combo, you might ask? Well, in order to do the fast Q combo, you need to auto Q, and then want to click the ground after your Q, and then click the enemy to auto attack. Let me show you. Just like that. Now you wanna do it 3 times in order to be called fast Q combo. Just like that. Now, the more you practice, the faster it's gonna get. And I think the best time is like 2.3 seconds. Something like that. It's very fast. I don't think I can do it that fast. Now, this is the bread and butter of Riven. And this is the combo that you must know how to do. There are other combos, but the basic fundamentals of Riven is that you can cancel all your abilities animations with right clicking on the ground, like that. And you can do an auto attack after. So if I click the dummy and press Q, look how slow it did it. Now if I do the same thing, I click the... Let me do it again.
My belief is absolute.
Look how much faster that was. Just like that. You can do the same thing with your W. If I click the dummy, look how slow it auto attack. Now look what happens if I press W, click the ground, and then auto attack. Look how much faster it is. Now you cannot do that with your E because
I will release you from fear.
It doesn't work that way. But can you do that with your R? You definitely can. And you definitely can do the same thing with your R2. Look at that. Now let me show you what will happen if I didn't auto attack. I didn't click the ground. Look how slow it is. You might ask, now how do I trade in the lane? Well, it always depends on the matchup you are in. For example, if you're playing versus Akali, you wanna press E forward, like that, W, auto attack Q. This is how you trade versus Akali. But if you're playing, say, another matchup, you might need to Q, W, auto, and leave. Every scenario is different, every matchup is different, but the basic way to trade in lane is Q and do this. Is Q, right click the ground, W, right click the ground, auto attack, E away. That's the combo. This is it. That's how you trade in lane in general. Now, with Riven, you can double cast, the infamous double cast. How do you double cast? Well, you need to use your E. After you use your E, there is a small window where you can press 2 abilities and overlap one on top of the other. Say for example, I wanna press W and Q. this is what's gonna happen. Look what happens if I press C first. You see that?
My truth
Now you can also add an auto attack in that. Just like that. E, and then you wanna WQ. But you wanna first press your W and then your Q buttons. Otherwise, something like that will happen.
Dawn will triumph.
Also, you need to wait out your reanimation, or again, it won't work. Just like that. Now, you can double cast with your R, which means you can do that.
I am the
Or this. Just keep in mind that the second ability of your double cast should always be your Q.
I will
Otherwise,
them
you
all.
can just do this,
I am order.
and you cancel animation. Now, if you wanna make sure in lane
Binds us.
that the enemy will take the damage from your third Q or your
I am
R2,
storm.
the only thing that you need to do
The universe
is press W
order.
and then R. Or press W and Q at the same. That's the only the only way to guarantee your R or your third Q. Or the enemy might just flash it. There are a few combos like the Psy combo, the box combo. For me, I personally have never used Psy combo. Generally because I'm very bad at it.
Promise.
But most of the time,
Light is coming.
I use the box combo, and this is how I engage in teamfight. Just like that. Most of the time you're gonna need to flash. Just like that. So this is pretty much the box combo.
The light.
Now you can add an auto attack to this, you can add a gold ringer to this, and it's gonna be way more lethal. Now let's do some wall hops. Now the walls you're gonna be jumping most of the time is gonna be the inhibitor wall, tower wall, this wall,
I do not regret that which must be done.
this wall, this wall, this, and this.
I will rise.
You can also
above the
jump from
shadows.
here, and I think there is a divot right here. Yep, right there.
I will not be broken.
You can also jump from here. This wall right here is very hard to jump. I cannot do it yet.
battle is my destiny.
Now, a very tricky wall to jump. If you go like this, it's up here.
From true conviction, radiant.
Now you can jump.
The dawn is
This
coming.
wall is also possible to jump.
And his name is John C.
Oh! My god, I did it. I have no idea how.
I will light the sky with my blade.
Well, it's not gonna happen. But as you saw, you can jump it. And the blue buff wall is always very weird to jump because you let your champion, sometimes it will bug out, it will face another direction and it won't jump the wall.
Chaos begets chaos.
Now this wall is also possible to jump, just very hard.
Oops, I did it again.
Oh, there we go. And the wall that I like to jump when going to
We
lane
fight as one.
is when you're like right here, press on the flowers, then you jump. You get this distance. This wall is also possible. And this wall is only possible from this spot,
Order offers sanctuary.
flowers. You can also jump from here,
Darkness fades away.
and
I will expose it.
don't forget the alcoves. And that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, follow my Twitch channel, follow me on social media, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.